First of all, the title will be a bit surprising to you, not the plastic waste management. It is indeed because nowadays there is a buzzword, the plastic waste management. So we changed this particular thing and keeping in view of the fact that still we are having, I took this data from TRIPS-2025 that the future of India and what we are expecting. Everybody talks about this 2047, but in between there is 2034. It is no related with the government because 29 they are having mention. So how many sectors are consuming the plastic? So they identified 10 different sectors and the projected growth in 10 years. Like from healthcare, agriculture, education, power, retail, everything, financial services, organization, physical connectivity, digital connectivity, in all those things. So when we talk about plastics, we cannot overlook the importance of our industry, that is chemical and fertilizer. And this is a brief outlook at how India's chemical and petrochemical industry is going. Right from 2023, same data has 300 billion industry. Now we are projecting by year 2030, which is 500 billion. And you see there are some statistical information, and trust me, this particular information is authentic, that India is the third largest consumer of polymer in the world, thanks to our population. And I guess that we are number one in the world. There are certain facts and figures in this particular news regarding the plastic waste management. Right. Some of the facts is that there are a lot of UN drive on the plastic, that over the period of time, what plastic garbage we are going to create over the period of time. Some NGOs and some of the developed countries, they are projecting like this, and sooner or later we will go about the Paris Agreement. Now you see here, one statistical information. This is information based till 2024. The per capita plastic consumption, every day, every year, every month, it is growing. Like in India, we are having 15 kilograms per person per year. You see the global average, 20. If you see the China, if you see the Europe, if you see the United States. So yeah, but courtesy our big population. Now just I am giving you to the history. How this thing started. Then we will go for a slogan that is called a ban plastic. And the reversal of that particular ban plastic is no plastic to KNO. The story is that 1933, the first polythene bag was created. We are very much familiar about those money and other things. And just because to overcome the problem of food, this was invented. Later on, over the period of time, the consumption and everything goes on. In 1979, the controlling 80% of the bag market in Europe. In between 80 to 90, the end of the plastic bags in place, 20% around the world. Right? Now the person who invented this plastic bag, son, told that to my dad, the idea that the people could simply throw these away and would be extremely a biggest problem. You see, this is literally the biggest problem. So, what is the solution? What is the waste? Waste isn't waste until we waste it. But the thing is that how we are wasting it. There are so many things you can contribute towards the waste. Some people in the lighter mood say that human is also a waste. Now, the plastic, people say that is most important, that plastic waste is a problem. It's a growing environmental concern. Somebody says that there are so many NGOs and other things. But the thing is that the improper disposal is practical than the pollution of land. Now, thankfully, there are two different, in a broad spectrum, there are two different types of plastics, thermoplastic and thermoset. 100% plastic, those who are under the head of thermoplastic, they are recyclable. Technologies are available, things are available, only thing is that we need to use it. Sometimes there are so many NGOs and other, they are creating a new drive on microplastic approach in the oceans and other things. There are so many things. But as of now, we are in a position to produce some sort of a very limited substitute to 10 plastic items. I hope that you might be aware about the SUV single-use plastic and subsequent TPR, etc. Now, the question is that we usually ask the question, are we in a position to substitute the plastic? Definitely somebody, those who don't know the engineering perspective, they will say yes. But think about that a common person in day-to-day affair, how many different types of plastic they are using. And nobody can guess even, but we carried out a study, almost 10,000 samples, that a common man every day uses 1,149 different types of plastic. Think about brushing of the teeth. You are having 2 different types of plastics. Toothpaste, 3 or 4 different types of plastics. Right until what the cloth we are wearing, the polyester. So, how we can redefine the plastic? Maybe with the help of redesign, maybe with the help of a responsible use, but responsible use must have a judicious approach. It is not like that if I purchase some vegetable, peel it, put it in a panni and then throw it. Again we are in the problem. Then preposition, resist the temptation, because sometimes we are resistant, especially in terms of electronic items. We need to restructure the things, and above all, we need to think that what we are going to create and what we are doing in the future. Now, this is a very sensitive question. Can we live without plastic? The basic knowledge or basic person, those who are tutored by the newspaper and others, they should promote that no plastic concept is very plastic. Now the question is yes or no. People will say yes. Yes. But the number of plastic used by a common man, I told them, are we in a position to produce the substitute to those 1,149 components or commodities we are using every day? What are the availability of substitutes? It's quite easy to say that you replace this plastic bottle with a glass bottle. It's quite easy. But think about it. If you wish to produce 1 million glass bottle and if you wish to produce 1 million PET bottle, the energy consumption at the atmospheric temperature is for best example, go to the Filozawar, the glass capital of the country, you will find that 3 or 4 degrees Celsius temperature ahead. So we must think about the 3 E's. What are these 3 E's? Energy, economics and environment. We need to go for the optimization and we perform the holistic approach. What does the holistic approach say? Don't be tutored by the thing that, okay, we must ban plastic, we are having so many substitutes and other things. Nowadays, the biocompostable plastic is a very fancy word. Thing is that, and people are saying that it's a very nascent stage, PLA, polyhedral acid, made of popular. But the thing is that, because you see that India is a country where we can experience the temperature from 2 degrees Celsius to 47 degrees Celsius. And if we wish to produce a biocombustible plastic, we must have a proper range of environment. We need an industrial composter. There are so many companies, people, they used to come to my office at Chennai, sir, we produce this one. Can you certify it? Can you give a certificate? Like this. So it's always a slow process. What we are intended for, just throw it in the hole. But it takes more than 90 days. Even CPCB says that it should be biocompostable in 180 days up to 90%. This occupies the earth space, less cost effective. Then somebody will say, no. Then what is the solution? Solution. Can we afford this? Ban plastic? Absolutely no, because you see that there will be so many people that will come forward, but what the holistic approach says that what is the impact it puts to your soil when we deposit all those things. Nobody talks about. The biggest challenge is that the carcinoma in the Ganga belt is growing day by day because there are post Kanpur there is a carcinoma. Whatever Haridwar, from where the banking derivatives are coming, just because they are in the market also. So we need to think the solution. Are we expecting such kind of a solution? Absolutely no. Then we need to create the awareness that is from no plastic to KNOW plastic. And fortunately, The CIPET is having the copyright of this. Okay. And then go for no plastic waste. See, remember, in economics, there is a law that new notes, they are just escaping the circulation of the old notes, or vice versa. So the thing is that we need to think about this. Time is over, sir. 5 minutes. So it will be unfair. So there are so many things. The waste management. Waste management. Why I talked about the wealth management, plastic wealth management. The reason is quite obvious. Whenever you are in a position to recycle the plastic, that means a recycling plant is using the waste plastic as a raw material and producing the effect. There are so many options available as on date. There are so many myths available that this plastic is creating problems. The only thing which is creating the problem is the litter. And the non-awareness among the society about the source segregation. This is the biggest challenge. So we need to overcome these things. There are so many options. These are the chemical engineering options like primary recycling, tertiary recycling. Wherever there is a recycling word, there is a definitely the verification. And people are making this like anything. So there are 6-7 different aspects. I am not going to detail because Sahab ne mana kar diya, samajh aata nahi hai. So the only thing which will supplement all those things, that is the plastic waste separation, that is the source segregation. You see there are so many societies across country, they are promoting the source segregation, separation and all those things. Once you carry out this thing, everything is available and the best possible thing as on date, which in my limited knowledge is the pyrolysis. If nothing is there, you burn it. Now, nowadays, if you see, these are very fancy items. Trust me, my organization is working. Professor Chaudhary has asked about his organization, so I'm just telling that there are so many commercial trends towards sustainability. Like, I'm giving you one small example and I'll sum up, sir. See, we carried out one exercise at Roorkee. We gave 1 liter fruity water to the school children. You drink it, clean it, and just wherever you see the funny type of a thing, you just push it, collect it. Which one is having the heavier weight, you will avoid it. And we contacted one recycler, and trust me, there is, wherever they find, children, those who are cycling, they are putting one fruity bottle there. And so some sort of incentive approach should be there. There are so many edible packaging. The best and domestic example is your ice cream cone. So we are working on this particular aspect. Another thing is that this is very much popular. The baseline is your gelatin-based capsules. There are so many things, frozen yogurt balls, empty water bottles, and we are in our R&D center we are working on it, smoothies and all those things. Edible flavored cup, very popular nowadays. And even DIS is going to prepare the standards. Wrappers for the veggie things. Meat packaging. So we are working so that immediately after this we can put over the pan and get it. Mushroom based is very popular. You see any electronic item, you find all those things. So the thing is that what we are doing, apart from the developing of these things, we are the pioneer in the field of composting and biocomposting. And it is somehow, it is the only organization in the country which is having a government organization which is having 26 NAD accredited labs, 11 CPCB recognized labs. So whenever you go to purchase some medicine and if you see the white color bag, you will find the CIPET's name there. It is tested. Calibration is again a biggest problem. We are having 3 calibration labs. Western recently got at Lucknow. One of the pioneer body in development of standards. Name any plastic thing, recycling thing, everywhere you will find this is being shared by the committee, is being shared by the CIPET and the battery of the thing. So standards, and last year our committee was awarded by Honorable Piyush Goyal, the fastest committee, committee to make so many standards in a very small time. We have established this 4 plastic waste management centers. And Varanasi center, we are privileged that Honorable Prime Minister has inaugurated this one. These centers are not commercial centers. Only thing is these centers are designed and developed by the CIPET, and these centers are the demo centers. Because 75% people, they don't know that how many different kinds of the plastics are there in the PET bottle. 3 different types of plastic. And their recycling protocol is entirely different. And you will see that none of the plastic, this PET bottle is being thrown away because the IITs, they are using 40% of PET bottles. We are skilling almost 2,000 people in the area of plastic health management, fulfilling the requirement of EPR in collaboration with the CPCB. We are getting, apart from this is almost contributes about 5% business. The building public and industrial awareness about the BWM itself is one of the most popular NARA, that is from trash to treasure and no plastic to capable plastic. We are the major key player in the biomedical waste management and e-waste. Systematic e-waste disposal is again the problem, and we have already one plastic e-waste management center at Bangalore. We have developed some renewable biopolymer waste moving, and this is the whole structure that we are researching apart from the 49 institutions across country, and with Bhubaneswar, Chennai and Bangalore. These are some of the areas which we are working, like from material research to product manufacturing research, some of the area. And one last thing is that this is the unique thing which we are developing, that the toy testing lab, Government of India recently banned the toy import. So we established 2 toy testing laboratories, one is at Lucknow and second one is at Ahmedabad. So there are so many things we are doing in this. Harnessing startups, so many startups. If you have anything, the only thing is that we need to create awareness, not make the video environment. Thank you. So